Hey friends, welcome back to Sam's Garden Project. Today I thought we might do a winter garden tour. It's been a while since I've done a winter tour and I normally do it in the middle of the season, so today's the first week of August. I'll show you around. Let's go. No blooms yet on the almond tree. This time last year it was flowering. We've got raspberries, ranunculus. Mandarin tree is looking good. Apple tree still dormant, nothing's happening with that. That's one of the last ones to start to bud. Rosemary is looking good, it's got some bees going to the flowers. Apricot tree is starting to bud a little bit. I only planted this in last year. I probably got about 3 tiny little apricots last year, so we'll see how that goes this year. All the peach trees starting to bud up. So I haven't sprayed them for leaf curl. Last year the emerging leaves had leaf curl, but as they grow those leaves fall off and they end up looking okay. I'm not sure whether I should spray them or not. I'm not sure if I really want to, but you can see it's probably too late. They're budding, but we'll see what happens. They look okay after a few months, not straight away when their leaves emerge. In this bed here we have some celery and peas. These are the Yakumo giant snow peas, and I probably won't grow them again because they take a while to produce, and obviously they grow tall to get the height, but the size of them is big. There's one on here, so they're quite large, but I don't think it's worth waiting this long, and I've probably only harvested 2 or 3 of all this mass, so I'm not going to grow that again. I'll just stick with the normal snow pea, high producing variety. It just went crazy like last year. More celery. I've got some more peas starting up on the other side. I'll cut these back soon. I'm just going to call it when they stop producing, but they're all flowering, so we'll see how many of these convert to peas. And either I'll chop them back and start again and have another lot going on this side of just the regular snow peas. Over here, the broccoli, it's looking good. It's starting to head up a bit. It's looking nice. I've come around this morning and watered everything. They're decent sizes, but they could get a bit bigger. They're still looking quite tight. The heads are looking good. So we'll leave them. I'll keep monitoring them. Garlic bed. This one keeps getting dug up by the birds, which is annoying. But they're looking good. The height of them's good. No diseases yet. Probably need to fertilise this whole bed with the broccoli and the garlic. They're very heavy feeders, but hopefully we have a good crop of garlic. Over here, move to the cauliflowers. So these are looking good. They're just starting to kind of form their heads, I suppose. These ones have been eaten, which is frustrating because there's about 2 or 3 that they've taken out the centre completely. So I think maybe rats or possum. I'm not sure. Same with this one. And this one's, but this one looks like it's okay. They didn't take too much out of it, which is good. All my onions, I'm not expecting much from them this year. The birds kept digging them up. Even with this caging on them, they're not doing very well. They're still tiny, so I don't expect much from them. My orange tree is in bloom. Hasn't got much fruit on it. Well, there's one. But it doesn't look very healthy either. I need to fertilize it as well. And we've got some kale and spring onions that have just been from the supermarket. Ends that I've put in, they've grown quite nicely. My jalapenos, I just left them in the ground this year. This is my first time growing them last summer, and this one's a bit frost damaged, the ones on the outside, but there's still some fruit. I must have missed this one when I harvested them the other week. So they're looking okay. I might just give them a cut back come spring and see how they take off again. This apple tree is doing okay. I planted some pansies underneath because I had them in pots for ages, so I thought I'll put them in the garden, let them get established for spring. And this one's starting to bud a little bit, but we'll see what happens. This lime tree is always full of flowers. I don't think it's going to get much bigger. It was a dwarf lime, so it seems to be happy. It's producing lots of flowers. Another little mandarin tree in a pot that I've got. These are small, but they're probably ready to be harvested. This is just a... My dogs are playing with each other. It's so cute. This is just a green manure crop, as well as some turnips, I think. Parsnips. I don't know. I think turnips. The long white ones. These self-seeded in here, but they're not really forming into much. This is just what's left of a green manure seed that I spread around, but obviously the birds got to a lot of it. So I'll dig that into the soil when it gets a bit warmer. We've got my compost bin. I won't open that. Some ranunculus. There's no buds on them yet, but they're getting a bit of height to them. So hopefully they bud up soon. More peach trees. All these are peach trees. I've chopped the pear back quite a lot because it was quite large and not much fruit, so I gave it a big chop back. Another apricot tree. This one was grown from seed, so we'll just see what happens. Same with that pear tree there. I gave it a big cut, but it doesn't look perfect, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it produces a bit more than previous years, or compared to last year. Excuse me, get off! Off! Oh, they're so naughty. He jumps up on this bed because there's nothing growing in it, like it's just grass kind of. That's so naughty. Over here I've got some flower seedlings, some celery. These are my seedlings trays that I've got going. So this is just another round of winter crops. I've got peas ready to go in that section with the trellis. Kale, cabbages, silver beet, spring onion, just some extra bits and pieces just to tie me through spring. This one I had some rhubarb seeds that I had saved, but nothing's popping up yet. It's been a while. This one I just got a variety of mixed winter flowers because in my seed saving container all the opened flower seeds had spilt out, so we'll just see what they turn out to be. We've got some flowers. In here is straw flower, tall mix. They were my free seeds from the Diggers Club. California poppy, champagne and roses, which they don't look very good. Oh well. And then we've got calendula, orange, flash. Got my chili, my white sage. That's doing very well. More celery, and I think this is it's a herb. I forgot, maybe medicinal herb, like for tea and a supplement. Not echinacea. I can't think of it right now. But that's right. I got that scattered around the garden too. In here, cauliflower, broccoli. This one hasn't popped up. And just a whole bunch of flowers. Stock, status, poppy. Yeah, so this is handy because I got this sheet that goes on top and clips in, ties in with these buttons there, and that acts as like a hothouse. So this bed is where I put my seedlings, and it gets a lot warmer. It stays away from the frost. What I want to do this year is have flowers at the base of every bed. These are just pots, but I want to actually have it in the ground, just to help with the beneficial insects and make it look a lot prettier. So I've done that there. Also over here I've got alyssum, which is covered from the birds because they love digging it up. So I went and bought some alyssum from Bunnings. So purple and white. So hopefully they turn out, they survive and they are okay. This is just cuttings. I've always got a big pile of cuttings in the garden. Got daffodils and jonquils about to flower. There's one there. Nothing else seems to have a flower head on it. This is some cabbage and some broccoli that I let go to seed. And it's good food for the bees. They seem to be enjoying it. They're all over it, which is good. I also got some broccoli, some beetroots, which I had planted a while ago, so they've just been growing throughout winter. They're not massive, but it's still food. Food is food. In here, I've got some fresh rows of beetroot down this end, and then further along is carrots. They've probably been in about a month. I'll take that off. So we'll have a Diesel. No, he's so naughty. We've got cabbages that weren't doing too well, some kale, and I think some more poppy that I just put there. My green manure crop the birds didn't get to, so that'll be dug back into the soil when it warms up in spring. And we've got my blueberries here. They're about to bud, which is exciting because I tend to always kill blueberries, so having some survive and actually do really well is exciting. So I've got one blueberry there and another one here on either side of my greenhouse. Same, this one's starting to bud up a bit. My nasturtium got a bit frost damaged, but it'll survive. I'm not going to show you down the back because it's not exciting. My passion fruit's doing good, so I'm hoping for we get some fruit this year. It's gotten a lot bigger compared to last season, this time last year. I've got some herbs. Everything's a bit sad and not growing well. It's middle of winter. It's the first week of August. My chickens, they're doing well. I've given them a box of scraps. Just there, some rhubarb and eggs, and I think I had some prawn shells too, but if they don't eat it, I'll just chuck it in the compost. They're happy. They're still producing, got 3 eggs a day, which is nice. I don't think they will do that next year because they're getting a bit old. I'm not getting older, but they were only young when I got them in January, so they're laid all throughout winter. They didn't molt either, so that'll be interesting to see what happens next year with them during winter. But they've got nice fresh straw. They've got some sugarcane mulch, and it looks nice and fresh and clean, so they're happy. They've been out this morning digging around, so we got more peach trees, another pear. Nothing yet from asparagus. I've got 3 asparagus. Nothing has popped up yet. There's another one in there. But yeah, nothing's popped up. Rhubarb's been eaten down by the chickens, so that'll come back. My avocados. So I had to put this bag over because the other one was unraveling. So I had 2 of them. I made a video on it. And the plastic was unraveling on this one. It went everywhere. And we had to frost that next morning. So I just quickly got a bag and stuck it over the top and it worked. So you can see there's a little bit of frost damage on here. But I'm hoping that it'll come back and be nice and lush. It's not dying, it's not dead. Just the leaves aren't looking too good. But I'm happy with how it's going so far. We've still got quite a bit more winter and cold weather to go. But I'll keep tabs on it. So here, these are all self-seeded lavender, which is cool. 1, 2, 3, I think 3, 4 plants. Maybe there's 2 there. Another one there. They're all self-seeded, which is lovely. And they're about to pop into flower too. So you know, asparagus. This is another asparagus bed. Nothing popping up yet. No signs of life. But I'll have to check my Instagram to when they were started to pop up last year. Same in here. They're last year's or the old ones. Nothing's popping up yet. But we'll keep an eye on it. This one's doing a bit worse than the other one because it was smaller. But it's not dead. Not yet. So I'm being positive about it. So that's what my garden looks like at the moment. Not much is happening. I'm excited for spring, that's for sure. I think everyone's excited for spring. It's been too cold for too long. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe my videos. I'm trying to make a lot more. We'll just see what happens. Life is very busy. So thank you guys.